And hello, hi there Tony, good to see you. It's a rainy day, rainy morning. Hi there Deborah, and Dani says it's 10 a.m. in Finland. Yeah, well, hi there Adeline, just out for a walk as usual. Very exciting day yesterday because I uploaded a new video, and it's one of those viral videos on the main channel, which I must admit I think is very exciting every time that happens. It's really raining now. Hi there. Yeah, I recognize people here on the live stream. So it was a little bit of a busy day yesterday. And hi there, Christopher. If you now, I'll have to find somewhere to. I'll walk up here, a little bit of shelter from the trees. If you go up the chatter, you will see. I had French in school. I forgot all of it. I never used it. Rendezvous, psychology. Please check out that channel. Where is it? Rendezvous Psychologie. Yes, that's a friend of mine. Very interesting channel. So go and check that out. Yeah, so what happens when you have a viral video is that you also get the haters, and I think I can be quite honest about this with you guys. Well, I am honest about it anyway, but I can't read all the comments. When you have like hundreds and thousands of comments, you can't go and read them all. So what I do is I choose in the settings in something called YouTube Creator, Studio Creator, no, what's it called? Studio, YouTube Studio, I can't remember right now, but you choose in the settings so that you only see comments from the members. And as I said before, I wish they had a setting there that was integrated with Patreon, so that you could also see the patrons there. And I think actually there is an option for that somewhere, which I am trying to figure out. So I'm getting there. But anyway, there was a comment from one of the trolls. Some of the trolls, they are very eager with their trolling. I don't see the troll comments, and both me and my admins, we have given up on moderating the comment section because it's just too much work. But I don't like and I don't accept when you have trolls bothering you guys, you know. That I cannot accept. So before I blocked that person, I gave him a reply. It was not a nasty reply. It was not like go and die. But it's about being positive, you know. Some people are very negative. And I think that if you have a positive mindset, I truly think that if you have a positive mindset, you can do anything. There are no limits. So a combination of taking responsibility and realizing that it's all up to you, and being positive. Not only is it up to you, but you can do anything. If you have that mindset, you know, you're going to be successful in whatever, you know. Oh, really raining now. I'm shielding the camera. You're going to be successful. And it's not rocket science, is it? Because, yeah, hold on, I'll try to find shelter under a tree. I know most of the trees in this woodland here. Yeah, Tony says that his channel is still quite small. Go and check his channel out, and you know, it's a great channel. So he can respond. Hold on, I am struggling a little bit now. One of these days I'm going to slip on these rocks here. Let's see. There's a good tree right in front of me here. I didn't realize it was raining that much. Hold on. The spruce trees, they are my friends. Ah, that's better. So we are under a spruce tree. So, for instance, this guy, this troll, he was one of the first who actually, I must admit, I take a look at the comments right after I upload, and he was right there, you know, on the video on the main channel yesterday, and he criticized me because I'm not a proper bushcrafter because I couldn't find water, he said. Because I said in the video that I don't have that much water in my water bottle, and that was apparently, I can't be a bushcrafter then because I couldn't, as he called it, bushcraft water in the woods. And also it's apparently it's totally wrong if you make videos close by your house, which he said, which makes me suspect that he's a local boy. One of the local boys. A bit of envy going on there. And of course, you know, if you do make videos, you know that when you have the camera and microphone, everything set up, you found a place without wind destroying the sound and everything. You don't want to pack everything down and go and get water, you know. That's not what you want to do. So it's, you know, it's Tony says, I'm new, my videos still suck. Well, they will for a while. Mine still do sometimes. And I am really sorry about the troll comments there. It comes with, Adeline says that she gets trolls that reply to her comments. I think, and this is something I've heard, I don't know if it's true, it kind of makes sense that oh, here comes the wind as well. Women are more often victims to the troll activity. Adeline says she blocks them. That's all. That's great. And maybe that's true. There is a especially if you're out in the wild and you don't, what's it called? You don't subscribe to the common traditional hunting culture in Norway. Again, I don't even want to call them hunters, but it's a very special, very narrow-minded culture in maybe the whole of Scandinavia. And I have spoken out about that several times. And if you do that, they will hate you. For instance, you know, I support the wildlife. I support the wolves in Norway. And there are lots of people, not the majority, but there are people who can't accept that. And they are notorious for their troll activity on social media. And they are not good people, that I can say to you. Now, having a positive mindset, you know, has saved me many times. Because I feel that I can say that I have done many difficult things. And every single time I've tried to do something important that was important to me, I had people saying that, well, you can't do that. I had people saying, you can't, after I broke my neck, the doctor said, you can't lift heavy. You should get, they actually said, oh, they gave me a booklet with an explanation of how I should not carry grocery bags anymore. I should have a trolley for that. I was told that you can't make a living from writing books. I was told that well, almost everything I've tried to do, you know, people they are so eager to say you can't, and that's more about them, you know. It's more about them. It's not so much about you. Well, thanks a lot. I don't know. I don't know. But it is when you do something, when you are visible to other people, it's sort of like holding up a mirror, because other people, they get their, how should I explain this? I guess you know what I mean. Well, hi there. It's not about you when they criticize, it's about them. So in a way, when you get troll comments, it's a nuisance, but it's very sad, you know. It's very sad. Well, of course, if you are very opinionated. I don't think I have been very opinionated on my main channel. Some would say that I have. And okay, so for the sake of the argument, let's say that I have a very opinionated video. And if you disagree and criticize because you disagree, that's okay, you know. That's totally fine. I actually think that we need that in a civilized society. We need that ongoing discussion. But when you have people saying silly things like, well, you're not a bushcrafter because you couldn't bushcraft water out in the woods, then, you know, it's not about you, it is about them. And it's quite sad. I kind of hope it's a young person. Every time I see things like that, I hope it's a young person who can still change. But very often it's not. That's my suspicion. So yeah, we are living in strange times now. I think about this a lot, as you know. I think we all do. And if you've seen my videos on the main channel about these issues with the virus and all the changes that we're seeing, what I'm saying is not, it's not genius. I'm not being a genius, right? I think we can all agree on that. I'm just saying what is painfully obvious to, well, I want to say all of us, but I think it is painfully obvious what's happening. It's not a political thing. It's, which I kind of find is almost, it warms my heart almost that we can find common ground across the political spectrum, because I find myself now in alliance, so to speak. I have to turn around. It's raining a lot. With people both on the left and on the right. So that is very interesting. So it's not left and right anymore, is it? Although I think that when it comes to the question about the mandatory vaccine, that will be a left-right. There will be a left division between the left and the right there, because it's so ingrained in the values. So if you're on the right, you value individual freedom. If you're on the left, you tend to value what should I call it? Yeah, you know what I mean. Tony says he will be sleeping in his giant Viking bed with his dogs. So that sounds very cozy. Yeah, and also there is a, was that you, Anders, who said that? It's globalist versus anti-globalist. Yeah, I think it is. It is also, you have several of these new, can we call it an axis? You used to have an axis between the left and the right. And now we have globalist versus anti-globalist. You have also, I think, conformist versus free thinkers, or anti-conformist. I notice now that my mustache is sideways on this side here. My apologies. You have you have also, and I would like to add this, even though I know it's not so popular, because I think it will be much talked about in the future. Increased taxes versus not increased taxes, because I think that the governments, they will increase the taxes a lot. Not now. We might actually see a reduction of the taxes in not for people, but for businesses. But that will have to change, because we have to pay for all this. So, and that's obviously, it's not going to be, only the rich, and they the rich will have to pay more. No. We'll all have to pay more of our income in taxes, and some people will support that. Yeah, and That's right, Christopher. I totally agree. And there is the, yeah, I keep looking. Did you know? No, you didn't know, because I haven't said so before. But there are pheasants here now. That, you know, that bird with all the colors. They have been the good old boys here. They like to shoot pheasants. It's not. You can't just put pheasants out in the woods. They are not native here, but I don't think it's, you know, they will make any damage. But honestly, well, I don't know. But yes, they have bred them, and I read that there are pheasants here. I've seen one. I've seen one, and I thought I saw one here, but it was just a little rock. So Tony says, love to shoot pheasant. Well, I'm not so excited about it, because I don't want the local boys to have more incentive for going hunting here, because it's not, we talked about that before, it's not safe at all. They don't know what they're doing. Yeah, but we'll also have, and this is, I'm quite excited about this, we'll have communities, we'll have smaller communities in the future with, no, how should I put this? We'll have people who just conform and they do what they're told. And then you'll have smaller communities who help each other. I think that's coming. And those people in those communities, they will typically have actually a barter economy, meaning that they will trade food and you know, stuff like that. And I'm very excited about that, because I want to be part of that. Yes, barter, yes. So we'll see how that goes. I'm going to say something about something I don't know much about, to be honest. But I don't think, what's it called? Cryptocurrency will be a big thing in the future. It's just a hunch. I don't know enough about it. But there are people saying that cryptocurrency will, people will switch to that because it can't be, you know, monitored and controlled. I think it can. I think they will find a way to do that, if they haven't already. So let's walk over here. I can tell you that the farmer is not happy because every year the people who walk their dogs, they make these paths across the field, like the one here. Now, my question is, why are there two rocks there? Why? That's my question. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so having a positive mindset means everything. I think it has to do with your upbringing. For instance, people who have a very strict upbringing, they will typically grow up and become very conformist people. That's rendezvous psychology. I'm sure you can agree on that. And also, interestingly, people who grow up without children who just gets whatever they want, whatever they point their finger at, they get, and they grow up without consequences. They don't get a positive mindset, because they will get they tend to have this attitude that they kind of deserve everything, and if something bad happens, it's everyone else's fault. So while we are not perfect as parents, and I am not, I think it's good to keep in mind that there needs to be a balance. Yeah. How dare you? Yeah. And I would like to just use this opportunity to say that YouTube creators are generally doing a great job brightening people's day. I think there are so many people out there making YouTube videos, and they really want to help and to you know, YouTubers, they get criticized because they make money, even though if you have a small channel you make like $1 a month. But I mean, YouTubers are doing a great job making people's lives better, because it's a community, it's a very positive thing. And I must say, lately I have been making 2 videos a week. So for instance, when I have a 15-minute video, that will typically be from 1 hour footage, so there's a lot of editing going into it, even though it might not look that way. So 2 videos a week on the main channel, that takes a lot of time, and I have to do it after I've done my writing, so I have the writing as well. So many hours, it takes quite a lot of time, and because of that I haven't been able to watch much videos for the last few weeks, and that's not a good thing, because first of all, it's good to get a different point of view when it comes to the things happening in the world right now. So I try to watch, I try not to get myself locked into an echo chamber. You know, like for instance, if you only watch CNN and the Norwegian state channel, you're essentially in an echo chamber, and your opinions are only reinforced, is that the word? And that's not good for anyone. So I kind of I feel that I should now spend some time watching more videos. I'm recognizing some of you guys here. I'm going to watch some of your videos, and yeah. But yeah, we'll see what happens now. It will be a very exciting time now when it comes to the lifting of the restrictions. And I would like to say, just to inform you guys of something that I don't think you know, because if you're not in Scandinavia, it's very difficult to find information about this. Especially the right, or the individualist side, Yeah, let me just comment there. Rendezvous psychology. That's true. You know, they hide videos, especially political videos. So if I want to watch a video that is not coming from the mainstream media, I have to go. There are some channels they haven't hid yet, but I have to go and find it on that channel page. But I was forgetting my line of thought. I lost my line of thought here now. Yeah, sorry. Early, that's okay. Yeah, but anyway, if you can, what was I talking about? I sometimes do this. Getting old, maybe. I hope. I hope that's not the case. Echo chamber. Yes, that's true. So it's like, yeah, Sweden. Sweden is not doing great. Did you know that? I'll try to concentrate now. Because I see that people protesting the lockdowns in the USA, which I have a lot of sympathy about. It's not. I'm not going to say that's a good thing to do right now, but that's beside the point now. Just going to give you some numbers if I can remember. Sweden is down 6%. Their GNP is down 6%. That's better, or their predicted loss is down 6%. That's actually better than the majority of European countries right now. And this is obviously because Sweden did not have a hard lockdown. And it's actually down 6%, which is better than the average in Europe. So you can take those two numbers and you can say that Sweden is doing everything right, but it's not that simple. I kind of wish it was, but it's not. Norway is down 5.1%, and Norway had a hard lockdown. We're opening up now, but you can't really say that Sweden is doing better because they didn't have a hard lockdown, because Norway had, and Norway is doing better than Sweden. So I just wanted to mention that, because these things are. This is kind of a big experiment in real life, and you don't get to control all the ingredients like you would in a lab setting. I remember we in university we had about social. Is it called social science? You can't really do experiments in social science that are that reliable, because you can't lock everything into a laboratory. You have all the different factors you can't account for as well. So yeah, just wanted to mention that. And I think nobody knows what was the right thing to do and what was the wrong. Well, we know some of the things that are wrong now. There are some things, some measures taken that are obviously wrong, like that, like the tracking and all that. And it's wrong for different reasons, you know. I won't get into that now, but we should be very careful to be the kind of people who say that, well, I think you should have done something different. It's very easy to say that when you have the information after things happen, right? It's not so easy if you're the one who has to decide and you don't have all the information, you don't really know what's the right thing to do. So that's why I'm not criticizing the Norwegian government for doing what they did, except that they set aside democracy and they pushed that tracking app. That I cannot forgive, and I will never forgive it. So we'll see what comes next. We have talked about the vaccine, and as I've said countless times, I'm not against vaccines, but I am against mandatory vaccination. That's not the way we want to go as a society. Well, Tony, I hope you meant like. But anyway, that's nice of you. Yeah. Yeah. So I think that's all for now. I have a video for Wednesday. No, I don't have a video for Wednesday. I'm going to make a video. I haven't made it yet. It's not going to be one of the viral videos at all, but I was tagged. I think it was my cooking skills that impressed Wade from Canada. So it's going to be a cooking video on Wednesday. I'll probably have to do it in my little mini forest because I can't. I can make a fire there, you know. I can't really. Well, now it's raining, so yeah. I don't want to risk it, you know, with a fire out in the woods now. But if the rain keeps falling for a couple of days, it might be safe again. But so I'm going to do a little bit of cooking. I was tagged by Wade, and we'll see how that goes. So I can reveal for you that exactly, Paul. I can reveal that you're going to tag your local charity. No, you're going to do a shout out to your local charity. And while you make some, yeah, I won't reveal everything. I'm looking forward to that because I have a new recipe, and I have actually tested it out, and it tastes delicious. So, yeah. Okay, can I just also say that we are getting dogs, and probably already tomorrow. We had a visit. We had a couple of visits actually, and we got to meet the dogs, and we are meeting one of those dogs again. He wasn't happy. The owner left him with us, and no, probably won't be huskies, but I am meeting a husky today actually. So we're meeting two dogs today actually, one husky and the boy who the owner left with us, and he wasn't happy about that at all. It was so we had to call her up and say, oh, well, if he's going to stay with us, it needs to be a very gradual process. So yeah, we are going to be what's it called? Babysitting? No, dog sitting. Dog sitting a Galga. That's a Galgo girl. While the owner, they have sheep, and she is just you know, just two years old, and very interested in the sheep, naturally. But so we're going to be dog sitting a little bit now that the sheep have their lambs, because you never know. And yeah, so looking forward to that. Yeah, so that's what's happening today. there are lots of things I want to tell you, and I have projects when it comes to the main channel. I have been a little bit too eager in the past, and I've said things that I haven't been able to, you know, go forward with. But it seems like I'm getting a proper sponsor on the main channel, which again means that I will have the budget to get things built and to do larger projects. That's you actually need that. You know, you can't. When you see the big, when you see the videos, they are building stuff. You know, houses and things. You need a budget. You can't just go out in the woods and do that. First of all, it's illegal to do that, and it costs a lot of money. So that's a bigger project. But and it's something I have wanted to do for a long time. Yeah. So that's hopefully going to happen this summer. And yeah, let's see how everything goes. Okay. Yeah, I'll have to say goodbye for now. And I see the camera is fogging up. The lens is fogging up. It was good to talk with you, and we'll talk again soon. Hopefully the weather won't be better then. And yeah, that's all. Have a wonderful day. Bye bye.